What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks. Today we got another Prize Picks video for you guys. In today's video, we got the NBA Friday player props for this November 28th NBA slate. Gonna be breaking down two player props here in a second, but before we get into those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It would be much appreciated. We just cashed out again on Thanksgiving football that we gave you guys for Thursday. Cashed out 2 out of 2 on Mahomes, and then our second player, who was it again? CD Lamb. Both those guys cashed out. We'll go over those ones here in a second. But we have currently been on a 16-3 run right here on the channel with the free picks that we've been giving you guys. So the last 9 videos, 6 of those videos have hit for us. So again, been super profitable, been making money together, which we're all trying to do here. And let me know down below in the comments if you guys been staying tuned. Again, the picks been going great, and the VIP has also been doing good as well, which we'll go over here in a second. But again, got a huge slate, got a lot of players to go over here in a second. As you guys can see, unfortunately on the VIP, we ended up getting hooked by 0.1 on Derrick Henry. This one was heartbreaking. Baltimore Ravens, though, they just sucked pretty much the whole game. Lamar Jackson, not sure what he was doing, what was going on with that guy, but they were just playing terrible. None of his passes were on point at all, not even close. Again, he was just making dumb plays. Even the receivers, tight ends catching the ball, fumbling the ball, everything whenever they're close to scoring. So obviously Derrick Henry down the stretch, being down majority of the time, he's not going to get those looks as much as he typically does. And he got hooked by 0.1, which is honestly heartbreaking, the closest that you could get to hitting. So kind of unfortunate right there, but did cash out in the free video. And these have been our other picks throughout the videos on the right here on the channel and the VIP combined. So you guys can see all the greens right here. Pause it if you guys want to. Again, these have all been posted up on here on the channel, and this is just the month of November alone. So again, definitely a lot of greens up on here. So if you guys like to receive the extra picks, you guys know where to go. Winnable.com/LiveLocks. You guys will see it right here. It will be also posted in the description of this video. This is where we just post all of my other extra clips. I mean, not extra clips, other picks. As you guys can see right here, we got a huge slate for this Friday NBA slate. All these teams had a lot of rest, so I think this should be one of the better ones that we've seen in a while. Definitely expecting it to turn out great. So we'll have all of our other NBA props besides the two that we'll give you guys on this channel, again posted up on Winnable. And then there is also another NFL game. We'll have that two-man posted up on here as well. So if you guys like to check it out, again, this is linked down below in the description of this video. You guys can see the details right here. And again, definitely been pretty solid on there in the month of November. But without further ado, we're going to go to hop right into the picks on today's video. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Gave you all that little free cash out on the channel. So hopefully, again, that made it a little better. Just shout out to you guys. Thankful for y'all. And hopefully we can finish off this month of November pretty strong and ended up going on another heater at the beginning of December. So again, make sure those post notifications are turned on. Whole month of December, we're going to be uploading every single day for you guys right here on the channel. So again, you guys do not want to miss it. But without further ado, we're going to hop right to the picks. Player of the day, we're going to be looking at a guy we're going to be giving you guys the Charlotte Hornet versus Chicago Bulls. I think this one should be a high scoring shootout. Highest over and under of the night by far at 247.5. That's almost 125 apiece, minus 2.5 spread. So this game should be very good. And then we're also going to be giving you guys a player from this Utah Jazz versus Sacramento Kings. Also a very high total points scored at 239.5, minus 1.5 spread. So should be pretty solid. And with that being said, player of the day on today's video, we're going to be rocking with Lauri Markkanen over his points at 26.5. Love this guy so far this season. He's definitely been stepping it up. Now, this dude typically goes on little rolls. Obviously, he's had some unders, 4 straight unders, 3 straight unders right here. But if we look at all this guy's matchups that we've seen so far this season, every game that he has a great matchup, he goes over. Every game that he has a tough stretch, which we'll go over right now, this little 4 under stretch, he had Boston Celtics first game, Detroit Pistons, who are currently #1 team on the East. They've been playing very well. Only 103 points scored. Again, a very defensive game, and he still ended up getting hooked by 1. This game, Minnesota Timberwolves, blowout game. Obviously, they're very solid defensively as well. And then another matchup against Minnesota. So again, 2 of the same teams, and then 2 tough teams right here. If we move on to this next stretch, a blowout game, OKC Thunder. Don't even have to explain that. Again, they've just been dominant all season. Los Angeles Lakers against opposing power forwards and centers. They've been pretty locked down on that area, so obviously he's going to have a tough time. And then again, Golden State Warriors, it was another blowout game. Now we have the Sacramento Kings. This game is anticipated to go Jazz's way, so the spread is only minus 1.5 in favor of them at home. Haven't rushed and everything. Definitely expecting Lauri Markkanen to get his groove going back after this 3 under streak and have himself at least 27 points. So if we look at teams that he should be covering, again, Chicago Bulls, I'd pretty much say they're pretty much the same, identically defensively, like Sacramento Kings. The Atlanta Hawks, Indiana Pacers, Charlotte Hornets, Phoenix Suns, Portland Trailblazers, Phoenix Suns again, and then Sacramento Kings, which is the exact same team that he's going over right now. Again, last time he played them, beginning of the season, he had 33 points. Steph expecting a good one out of him. So far, he's been averaging 36 minutes a game. Whenever it's close competitive, that one should be automatic, which I'm anticipating this one to be 20 plus shot attempts on average on the season, shooting 47%, 9 3-pointers attempted, almost shooting 40%. And then if we look at Sacramento Kings defensively, if we look at them against the opposing 3-ball and 2-point percentage, they're ranked 29th and 10th in that area. So that is so bad, especially for a guy like Lauri Markkanen that's able to shoot the ball very well. Again, definitely expect like this one to be a very great matchup for him to air it out. And if we look at them against opposing power forwards, they're currently ranked 21st in points allowed, giving up 24.8 a game. Opposing centers, they're ranked dead last, giving 25 a game. So with Lauri being a bigger player, again, that's definitely the area that they struggle to, that 4 and 5 spot, which offensively he's going to be there. And overall, they give up 123 a game, being ranked 27th. So now to add the cherry on top of everything, the part that I really loved about this play was, if we go to this insight, Lauri Markkanen has exceeded 24.5 points in 5 straight games versus bottom 10 defenses, 4 points allowed. So going back to what I was explaining at the beginning of this pick, these unders are against very tough teams, especially in his area specifically. Now, again, this dude's been averaging 35 plus against similar teams that we have in this matchup against Sacramento. He went over against them with 33 at the beginning of the season. And if we look at this insight, literally every single team that he's gone against, and this is from the start of the season. Again, this was the second game all the way until now recently on November 16th. Every single game that he's gone against a bottom 10 defense, 4 points, he's at least had 29, with majority of them being over 30 guaranteed. Now we only need 26 out of this guy. Again, definitely expect this one to be a good one. He averages 24.4 shot attempts, shooting over 50% against these type of teams, averaging 37.6 minutes. And as long as this one turns out to be a close game, which I'm anticipating it to be over there in Utah, again, definitely expecting this one just to have a lot of upside for him, seeing a high ceiling and just being in the game more, putting up the shot attempts, and again, just having that overall consistency on being there. So it should be pretty solid. Gonna be rock with this one as our player of the day. If you guys are new here to the channel, we give you guys a player of the day in every single one. Those are the ones we are most confident in and believe should have the best chance of hitting just based off the matchup, the recent stats, everything, insights that are going on at the moment. So that case, we're rocking with Lauri. And then our last and final player that we're going to be looking at, Miles Bridges over his points line at 14.5. Normal line is currently at 18.5. Got this one discounted 4 off. Like it at 15. I feel like this one should be automatic. So far this season alone, he's covered in 17 of his 18 games that he's played, a 94% hit rate. Again, I think this one should be absolutely free. It is a goblin line for a reason. The only team he didn't cover in was a blowout against the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat, surprisingly, they're the number 3 team in the Eastern Conference right now. So obviously they've been pretty solid and still ended up getting hooked by 0.5. But outside of that, again, this dude's been taking 17.3 shot attempts on average, shooting 42%, 8 3-pointers a game, shooting 35%. And now we have this team against the Chicago Bulls, who are currently ranked 28th in points allowed. Again, one of the worst defensive teams in the league. That's why I was comparing Sacramento Kings on the Lauri play to. Obviously, again, against a similar team, even a guy like Lauri Markkanen, who plays a similar role to Miles Bridges. Again, one of those guys that shoots a high volume amount of threes. We're able to cover easily and drop one of his season highs against this team. So Miles Bridges, definitely expecting a good matchup. Small forward position specifically, they're ranked 19th if we look at the areas around them, 16th and 16th, giving up a combined total of almost like 75 a game just from the 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 spot, which he does play offensively. And if we look at the lineups and everything, he's gonna have a guy like Kevin Huerter, Matas Buzelis. Obviously, those guys I feel like shouldn't really have a huge impact on the way Miles Bridges really gets his buckets. And then to add the cherry on top of everything, Miles Bridges has actually exceeded his normal points line in 19. His normal line is at 19.5 in 6 straight games versus bottom 10 defenses. 4 points allowed, averaging 25 points a game against similar teams defensively. like the Chicago Bulls. So now we only need 15 out of him, which is 10 off that he's averaging against similar teams, which should be pretty solid. And Brandon Miller is expected to be back this game. So obviously we can see his shot attempts go down a little bit, but 15 I believe should just be like that bare minimum floor out of a guy like Miles Bridges. So I'm gonna be rocking this one, player of the day, or not player of the day, to pair with the player of the day on today's video. Last season, obviously different roles. Only played 19 minutes this game, 24 minutes this game. But the 2 games where he saw over 30 minutes, he had 21 plus, and 1 game with 31. So this season, again, we've seen a guaranteed 30 plus minute out of him. So I think this one should be a just absolute lock to pair with it. It is a gobble line on other sports books. It's currently like minus 300 to 400 all across the board. So should be a very solid one in my opinion. Miles Bridges is going to be a final player over that point sign, 14.5. And these are my 2 player props that we give you guys for this Friday, November 28th NBA slate. Again, Lauri Markkanen, 26.5 points, paired with Miles Bridges, 14.5 points. Throwing 20, win 45, more than double up on your money, 2.25x payout. Should be pretty solid. Love value on both these guys, but I think they should have a great chance of hitting. And that is all we got for you guys on today's video. Again, if you guys like to receive all the extra picks, again, so many games for Friday, they'll be posted up winnable.com/locks. Again, description of this video. NFL picks will be posted up in there as well. So if you guys like to stay tuned and get those, you know where to do it. But that is all we got for you guys on today's. Again, please drop that like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. It would be much appreciated. Got a free Discord. Link is down below in the description of this video. Again, announcements, player props, all that good stuff will be posted up in there. So if you guys like to check it out, again, all the details for everything will be linked down below. But that is all we got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see you today.